can be taken in the package. In the package. It is recommended to take three words in the package. It's recommended to take 3 words in the package name. Understanding my statement? Okay, boss. Like example 1. Okay. org/com. Then what is their company name? Then what is their company name? Company name, then purpose. This is one combination, Rabbi. This is one combination. Another combination, org/com, okay, project name, dot module name. Module means subcategory kind of. Okay. Subcategory kind of thing. Like this, you can give any name, Rabbi. Any name you can give. Okay. One more suggestion is there. Okay. Reverse of company website. Reverse of company website. Reverse of company website. Website plus purpose. Purpose or category, boss. Purpose of that class, category of that class. Everyone understanding, guys? Super, boss. Purpose of that class or category of that class. Yeah, what do you mean by reverse of company website, guys? Okay. Company website reverse is what? nareshit.com. Yes or no? com.nareshit. com.nareshit.sps. Okay. com.nit.sbeans. Like this, we can give the names now, boss. Actually, you are supposed to learn all these things in core Java. But I know most of them not concentrated that much on package names. Everyone might have taken package P1, package P2. I hate those people who take package P1, package P2, package pack 1. That is not going to work out in company, boss. You know why? After writing code, you have to submit code for review. If coding standards are not followed, naming conventions are not followed, they will comment to you. They will doubt you if you show experience. They will doubt your experience if you are showing experience. So you have to follow naming conventions. Everyone getting my point? Super. So here I am ready with the target class, guys. So my target class is what? My target class is wish message generator. What is the application you want to actually take? Wish message generator. What it will do, guys? Wish message generator. What it will do, tell me, generates the wish message. Morning hours, good morning. Afternoon hours, good afternoon. Evening hours, good evening. Java.util.date. This is a dependent class. Why, sir? To generate those wish messages, we should get current hour of the day. We can get current hour of the day from date class. Date D is equal to new date of. Okay, now listen. But nowadays, date class, most of the methods are deprecated, Rababu. In that place, we got one more method class. What is that? Local date. Local date time class is there. There na, boss? Local date time class is there. That is java.time. What dot? Java.time. Local date time class is there. This is the new trending class, Rababu. From Java 8 they have given. This is my dependent class. Dependent class. Okay. Predefined class. From what, guys? Java 8 version. What version? Java 8 version. Agree with me, boss? Super, boss. Now tell me. Okay, package is ready, boss. I'm taking public class wish message generate. Public class wish message. Sir, why are you taking class as a public class? Tell me. Who has to create this object, guys? Who has to create this class object? Programmer, IOC container. IOC container. Can you give me guarantee this class and IOC container, which is a ready-made class object, will be there in the same package? Will be there in the same package. If you respond, you will do mistakes. When you do mistakes, I can correct you. When you do mistakes, I can correct you. Don't worry about my comments. Don't worry about. Don't worry about my comments. Don't worry about my pinchings. At the end, you should learn the subject. That is important. At the end, you should learn the subject. That is important for us, boss. Yeah. Public class wish message generator, boss. Why are you taking public class? Tell me. I take 3-4 days to complete the first application. Every letter I explain, boss. When I write the code, when I'm writing code in Eclipse, you should tell the code. I should not write the code. Like this, I prepare the background. It may be new for you people, but you habituate with this. Simple reason. Who has to create object for our target class? Spring container. Dependent class, who? Spring container. Can you give guarantee Spring container and target class, dependent class will reside in the same package? No. So, though both are not there in same package, I want to see IOC container loading the class, creating the object. I want to see IOC container loading the class and creating the object. So for that purpose, are you getting my point, boss? We need to take the access modifier as the public or not. We need to take the access modifier as the public or not. We need to take the access. Only public classes are visible inside the package and outside the package or not. Okay. Our Spring Bean classes. Our Spring Bean classes must be taken as the public classes. To make them visible to IOC container, which is running in a different package for loading class and creating the object. For loading class and creating the objects. You guys got the clarity, boss? At the rate component WMG. I'm configuring this class as a Spring Bean with the support of annotation or not. When it is a user-defined class, we generally prefer what? At the rate component annotation to configure it as a Spring Bean. Come on. Super, guys. At the rate component makes the Java class as Spring Bean. Makes the Java class as Spring Bean. That means IOC container becomes ready to load the class and to create the object, based on this annotation. Understood my statement, guys? Super, boss. Okay. Yeah, someone is asking what is container. I already talked a lot about container, right? Please watch backup videos. The people who joined lately, don't try to get sympathy from others and from me. He joined lately. Watch backup videos. From your side also cooperation is required. I don't do anything but job should come. Nothing will come like that. From your side also, little hard work is required. Little responsibility should be fulfilled. Tell me everyone in the chat box, respond me. What is container? What is container? A container is a software program who takes care of whole life cycle of the given resource. From birth to depth. From object creation to object destruction. Every aspect it will take care or not. Every aspect it will take care or not. That is called container. If you believe your God, guys, if you believe God is running your life, okay, container is like God. If you don't believe God, okay, it is like aquarium maintaining the life cycle of the fishes. It is an aquarium maintaining the life cycle of the fishes. Okay, it is like a boarding school who manages both lodging and boarding and education of a student. Yes, sir, no, na, boss. Okay, servlet container manages servlet component life cycle. Spring container manages spring bean life cycle. Spring container also called as IOC container. Super. But how does it make certain Java class as spring bean? By seeing the annotations or XML configuration. So right now I have used annotation. This is what, guys? WMG is what? Bean ID, na boss. What is this one? Bean ID. What do you mean by bean ID? It becomes object name and container creates this one. Bean ID, indirectly object name. Indirectly object name. Indirectly object name. The people who are asking questions about component, WMG, container, sorry to say you have not watched backup videos. Not going to work out. Not going to work out. After a few days, if you continue this attitude, I will be forced to remove from the current batch. I will be asked to join in the next batch. I am giving 2 days time to complete all backup videos. Otherwise, it's not going to work out to continue in this batch. You want my subject, you should follow my terms. You should follow my guidelines. Super. Okay, now listen. Narendra, PM Modi said, I will deposit 15 lakh rupees in your account. Be ready. So everyone will be ready with account na? Bank account na, boss? So creating bank account. Understanding my statement? Creating bank account is my responsibility or your responsibility or Modi responsibility? Okay, guys. Is my responsibility or Modi responsibility? My responsibility, na, boss? Super. IOC container is saying, I will inject local date time class object to wish message generator class object. Yes, na, boss? What IOC container is saying? I will inject local date time class object to wish message generator class object. So taking local date time class type reference variable as the property of wish message generator is the responsibility of the wish message generator or not? Is the work of wish message generator or not? Say something, boss. So there should be a property. There must be a property in wish message generator class to receive and hold local date time class object or not? To receive and hold local date time class object or not? So I have to take that property as a property or not, boss? Super, guys. Private local date time. Okay. Local date time. What is this? Date time. Property name is date time. Technically, this is called what property, guys? Has a property. Right now, boss? Has a property or has a relationship. Okay, guys. Property property to hold the IOC container injected local date time class object. A container is trying to inject what? Local date time class object. Who can refer object? Who can hold object? Come on, guys. Reference variable. That's why I have taken same class reference variable as a property in the target class or not. As a property, then we don't understand. We try to analyze the reason behind each line. Why are we taking that property as private, guys? For security and encapsulation. What is the basic rule? Data should be private, method should be public, so that no one can access data directly from outside the class, right? That's why private. Why local date time? What container is planning to inject, guys? Local date time class object to wish message generator object. So there should be a reference variable of same type or not. That's why. That's why. Okay, see, what is our basic agenda here, guys? Wish message generator uses the injected local date time class object, the injected local date time class object, and to generate the wish message like good morning, good afternoon, and etc. based on the current hour of the day. What, guys? Based on the current hour of the day, boss. Everyone understood my statement, guys? Okay, boss. Super. But I'm asking IOC container to perform what injection? Setter injection. So it has to use a setter method to do this injection process or not. So target class should have a setter method, na boss? Target class should have a setter method. What do you say, boss? Setter injection. Setter injection. Sorry, setter method supporting setter injection. Setter method for setter injection. See, this class loading object creation is done by container. Come on. Assigning local date time class object to this reference variable is also done by container. That too by calling setter method only will be done by container. But we have to keep everything ready that is required for. We have to keep everything ready that is required for what, guys? That is required for doing this job or not? Okay. Yeah, here I'm not writing, guys. Package imports will be there. Package imports will be there as usually. I'm not highlighting. In the Eclipse level, we'll see that. Right now, boss? Super. Tell me here, what is this? Public void setter method is always on the property name. Okay. Property, first word, capital letter, date, time. Set date, time. Here is what? Local date, time. Date, time. Come on, my dear. Super. This dot date, time is equal to date, time. Setter method means, okay, it will be on every property, boss. For this property, setter method means it looks like that now. Set property name, but in method convention, you know that while writing any method convention, first word, every letter is small letter. Second word onwards, every word starting letter is uppercase letter, na boss. Every word starting letter is uppercase letter. That's why though D is small here taken uppercase. Everyone understood, guys? This purely called by container, not for me. It is purely used by container while performing dependent class as object injection to this property. This method will be called. Array, once Modi deposit 15 lakh rupees to your bank account, okay, we will try to use that money for our business needs. Come on, guys. Okay, once the DTDC object is assigned to Flipkart, Flipkart people will try to use the DTDC object for delivery services. Once this local date time class object is created and injected to wish message generator class object, it has to be used in the business method to generate the wish message or not. So now I have to write one business method where I have to use injected what? Local date time class object to generate the wish message or not. To simply generate the wish message or not. Super. Next, business method to generate the wish message. I know this kind of teaching you might have not seen. We don't understand the code. We'll try to write the code. We try to develop the code. We have to analyze like this. You have to feel like you are working for a company. Then only this will work out. Super boss. Tell me now. To generate the wish message by using the injected local date time class object. Lots of people think that, sir, container is doing everything now, then why should I write this code? We have to arrange everything that is required for container. Container is doing something, but whatever it is doing, relevant code we should keep na boss. Modi is giving money to your account, but keeping account open. Okay, opening the account by going to bank is our responsibility or not? Yes or no, na? Super boss. Tell me here. Yeah, the business method. Public string show wish message for certain person. String user. Show wish message for certain person. String user, guys. Okay, boss. Now listen. I'm going to inject a local date time class object that is going to have system date and time as the default value. Current date and time as the default value. From there, I should get the current hour of the value or not. From there, I should get the current hour of the day. Hour of the day. Okay. Yeah. Here, what is this? Int hour is equal to date time dot get hour. Get time dot get hour. Get hour gives current hour of the day, boss, but it will be given in 24 hours for me. In 24 hours for comes in 24 hours for. Everyone getting my point, guys? Int hour is equal to date time dot get hour. It will come in 24 hours format. Super. Right. Generate the wish message. Okay. Tell me. If hour is less than 12, tell me what is the message I want to write? Return good morning plus user. Else if hour less than or equal to 16. Why 16, guys? Tell me, first of all, 16 means what number? 16 means what number? Only 30-40% of the batch is responding. I found 500 plus students. Remaining people have not paid the fee, or remaining people are not interested to become software engineers, or remaining people have data. Super. 4 p.m. 12 plus 16 minus 12. Like this, you have to go for. 16 minus 12. Like this, you have to go for, guys. Return good afternoon plus user, right? Return good afternoon plus user. Aries 20. Return good evening plus user. Next. Else. Return good night plus user. Return good night plus user. Right now, boss. 12 to 4, good evening. 4 to 8, good evening. Sorry. 12 to 4, good afternoon. 4 to 8, good evening. After good night. End of the method, guys. Okay. End of the method, guys. End of the class. Array, this is just for presentation, Ra Babu. Please. Within double quotes, whatever I write, that is for presentation, na Mayur. Are you this much dumb? Can you try to bring your common sense? While attending classes, your graduation, post-graduation, Java, .NET, all these are secondary, boss. Presence of mind, common sense. This is very, very important. I kept everything within the double quotes. For presentation purpose, I can use any symbol, right? For presentation purpose, I can use any symbol. What do you say, boss? Right, boss. Okay. So end of the method, end of the class. Any confusion on the target class, guys? Any confusion on the target class? We kept the target class ready for container instantiation, container injection, that too setter injection, that too for setter injection, because by keeping setter method ready. But you have to develop setter method by following conventions. Sir, I will take set DT. Sorry, not going to work out. Property name must reflect, guys. In setter method name, set plus property name must be there. Setter method. The setter method must be taken with naming convention. With naming conventions like set plus property name. Set plus property name. Understanding my statement? Super, guys. Hey, setter getters are not compulsory. If you have a setter not compulsory, you should write getter method. I'm not developing Java bean here. I'm developing what? Spring bean. Clear, boss? Super. Now you have to think about dependent class now, boss. Who is our dependent class? Who is our dependent class? Yeah, who is this fellow? Predefined class. Right now, predefined, not every time. In this example, predefined. What is that? Java dot time dot. Java dot time dot. What is there? Local date time. Java dot time dot local date time. Java dot time dot local date time. This is what, guys? Predefined class. Can we configure predefined class using annotations? Since we cannot add annotations on the top of the class, right? On the top of the predefined class. So prefer XML driven configuration. XML configurations for making this class as Spring Bean. This class as Spring Bean. Are you understanding my statement? Spring Bean. We cannot. What, guys? We cannot. Super. Tell me, guys. I am taking application context.xml is the recommended Spring Bean configuration file. Recommended Spring Bean configuration. Any name you can take, guys. Recommended name is this. I already said any file name.xml can be taken as a Spring Bean configuration file. Yes or no? But recommended name is what? Application context.xml. Simple reason, boss. What is the reason you know? What is the reason you know? Container name is application. File name is also application. People easily identify this is related to Spring. It is related to Spring. Especially project is having 20 plus technologies. Spring is one of them. By seeing the file name, I should identify this belongs to Spring. In that situation, this kind of naming conventions are good now. But any file name.xml can be taken as Spring Bean configuration file. The recommended name is this, guys. Okay. There is a lot of predefined tags are there to do this. Beans tag is there. So, root tag, guys. Root tag, topmost tag. Root tag, guys. Inside that, to configure each predefined class, we need to use one bean tag. Yeah, this is the every XML document will be surrounded with open XML open root tag, closing root tag. Root tag is nothing but first tag, Rababu. Beans is the root tag. First tag is called root tag. Okay. XML comments and HTML comments are same, Rababu. Spring Bean configuration. Spring Bean configuration. Spring Bean configuration. Okay. Super, guys. Okay, boss. Shall we get into the discussions? Bean ID, LDT, or any name I can give. Bean ID, LDT. Right now, boss. Super. Class is equal to Java.time. Fully qualified class name. Local date time. Class is equal to local date time. But listen, guys, if we create object for local date time class by using just new operator and zero param constructor, any usage is there? Any usage is there? No usage. Why you know? I don't want to just get object. I want to get object with current date and time. Having system date and time. Are you listening my statement? That is possible only when you call a factory method called now. Only when you call a factory method called now. So that's why there is an attribute called factory method now. There is an attribute called factory method now. Okay. End of the beans tag. Super, guys. And other configurations. Okay. What are the other configurations? We will discuss later. Right now, our concentration is only on target and this. Other configurations. CFGs means configurations, boss. Okay. Now listen. This is bean ID, boss. Bean ID. This is fully qualified class name. Fully qualified class name. Fully qualified class name. Come on, guys. Next. This is factory method. What is this, guys? Factory method. This is factory method. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully. The IOC container uses, tell me, uses the following code to create the Spring Bean class object. Array bean ID is like object name, na? Okay. What is the one? What is the one? What is the one? Local date time LDT. What is the bean ID I have given? LDT is equal to, what is that? Local date time dot now off. Local date time dot now off. Are you understanding my statement, guys? It is not creating object using new operator. It is creating object by using the specified factory method. Specified factory method. So what happens, guys? It creates a local date time class object having system date and time or not. Creates a local date time class object having system date and time or not. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Creates the local date time class object having system date and time. System date and time. Everyone understanding my statement? Sir, you are saying the word factory method. What is factory method? The method. Now is a static method. That's why you are able to call on the class name. The method that is capable of creating and returning either same class object or different class object or related class object is called factory method. Understanding my statement? Okay, is called factory method. Date and time, system date and time. You want some examples on factory method? Thread T is equal to thread dot current thread off. Is it not factory method, guys? Come on. String S is equal to string dot value of 10. Is it not factory method, guys? Some factory method returns their own class object. Some factory method returns different class objects. Everyone getting my point? Don't think that factory method should return their own class object. Properties props is equal to system dot get properties. Is it not factory method, boss? Properties props is equal to, come on guys, system dot get properties. Next, if you know JDBC, connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection. Is it not factory method? Is it not factory method, guys? Super, boss. Note, factory method can be a static method or non-static method. Non-static method. Okay. But most of the times, they are static methods. What the clarity was? Understood my statement? Because if it's a static method, we can call them on the class name and object creation process becomes easy or not. And the object creation process becomes easy or not. I want reply. And the object creation process becomes easy or not. I want reply, boss. Okay, but listen. I want reply, boss. It's a pure core Java. Factory method discussion is core Java. If you are feeling factory method is new, you are weak in core Java. Let me put straight away on your brain. Factory method, you are supposed to learn in core Java, but still I am spending time on it. Please be happy with this. Okay, listen. Array, in the target class, we have property, we have setter method, we have business method. I want to tell to container, hey container, perform setter injection. Where you are telling that you are interested in setter injection. Only setter method is sufficient, boss. Only setter method is sufficient? No, na. Because I can ask for constructor injection. I can ask for field injection. Yes, no, boss. But how to tell to container that you have to perform setter injection? Very simple. You want setter injection to happen on the top of setter method. You write @auto void annotation. Wiring means injection, ra babu. @auto void annotation. Everyone understanding my statement, boss? In annotation driven environment, @auto void kept on the setter method performs setter injection using that setter method. Yes or no, na, boss? In XML driven configuration, based on the property tag configuration, understanding my statement, setter injection takes place. I'll talk much about @auto void in tomorrow's session. But remember one thing, you want setter injection auto void on the top of setter method. You want injection by using field auto void on the top of field. You want injection using constructor auto void on the top of constructor. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear, guys? Come on. Super, boss. I'll talk much on that later. @auto void kept on the setter method makes the IOC container to perform setter injection. Super. @auto void kept on the field makes the IOC container to perform field injection. @auto void kept on the constructor. Come on. Makes the IOC container to perform, what is this? Constructor injection. Everyone understanding my statement, boss? Okay. Can I summarize quickly without wasting time? I'll ask questions instead of summarizing. How to configure user-defined Java class as Spring Bean? What is the one I have to use? Straight away, I'll wind up in 5 minutes if you cooperate. Annotation. What is the annotation we have used here? @component. How to configure predefined class as Spring Bean? XML configuration. Which tag is there for that purpose? Which tag is there for that purpose? Which tag we have to use? Bean tag, right? Which tag we have to use? On bean tag. Super. But while configuring predefined class as Spring Bean, I want to see container creating object by using factory method. Where to mention that factory method name? Where to specify that factory method name? Where to mention, using which attribute we should mention that factory method name? Using which attribute we should mention that factory method name? Muddy fellow, I want to configure factory method name, ra. Why are you talking about ID and annotations? Don't you listen question properly? I want to see IOC container creating Spring Bean class object By using factory method. Where to mention that factory method name? How to mention that factory method name? Is it not the tag? Is it not the attribute of the tag? Is it not the attribute of the tag? Focus, Ram, my dear. Focus. Is it not the attribute name? Where we mentioned was using factory method attribute of bean tag. Using factory method attribute of bean tag. Right now, boss? Super. Okay. Container has created target and dependent object. I want to tell to container assign dependent class object to target class object by calling setter method. By calling setter method. So how to inform that container? How to inform to that container for setter injection? At the rate auto void on the top of setter method, right? At the rate auto void on the top of setter method. Observe very carefully, guys. By using at the rate component, I am asking container to create target class object. By using bean tag and factory method attributes, I am asking container to create dependent class object. By showing at the rate auto void on the top of the setter method, I am asking container use this setter method to inject dependent class object to target class object. To inject dependent class object to target class object. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Okay. Super. Still not over. This is slowly one by one. Only we completed what? Target and dependent classes. Some more things are there. Slowly one by one we will learn. If I directly open and develop in Eclipse, are you going to get this much explanation? Are you going to get this much explanation? That's the reason I have not used Eclipse. First, we prepare the storyboard with full explanation. Then we will develop the code. When I write the same code in Eclipse, you only tell the code. I will just type the code. This is my plan, boss. Thank you. Have a nice time. Tomorrow we'll meet at 5:45. Thank you. Have a nice time.